Okay, Coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A toss play to Chubb. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 44, Roethlisberger, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
White 80. Quarter. Jack 16. Pick it up. Check 26. Check 26. Lock it.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Go 58 to the mic. These two. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He finds Coleman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
58, boy. 58. 58. Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result. If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Hey, Charlie.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come up with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing. Mayfield fighting to stay upright. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
He's checking. Crash. Regular.
Play fake. Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Like 20. 53, Mike. Let's go, D. Big series. Hey, alert. Check 53. Hey, Alpha. Check 53.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, let's get that home.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane, the rookie from Michigan State. Johnson was the intended receiver. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back at the back 7, phenomenal.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Easy.
To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Out. Check. Crunch. Hey, alert three. Alert flare. Let's go.
On first down, it's Coleman. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here we go. 25. Check 25.
From the 25 on second down, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Under 10. 10. 44. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. No spacing. Let's go. 44. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, check. Hey. Mike, 7.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. And the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Watch twins. Showing it. Check 9. Shift. Kill. Help out. And turn it out. 53.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Black 20. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We got 2 pump. Check. Take 2 of them. Check 24. Double bump.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, Is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Here's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Whoa! 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we remind you, you're coming up at the half. We'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. We'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Ready? Black 30. 53. Mike. Come on. Watch the safety creep. Snickers. Got to spin.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Snickers. 66. Underturn. Check 3. Sponge. No. Check 37. Quick edge.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Black 20. 22 and 44. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come on. You better bring it. Hey, wahoo.
Here's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Mayfield now trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st down, Coleman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Alert.
Throwing on second and 14. Roethlisberger. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Here's Coleman. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kevin Coleman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That one goes for 8 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mike, 180, 55. Hey, man, watch the boot, Mike 55,
Mayfield on play action. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They run. Chubb. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
All right, now. 180. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Alert.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Check 50. Quarter. Mike, 53. Mike. Hey, tight. Go. Check. 53, Mike. Check. 53.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. 50.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Middle. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And big bit, intercepted a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, let's go.
On third down, Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
King.
They run. It's Johnson going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Coleman. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
No. Kill. Protein spill. Tackle. Check. 50. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. You're black and first.
Now Roethlisberger. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, that was sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 12 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a game of 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back. Only to the line of scrimmage.
Richardson on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
230. Check 53. Watch the screen. One day. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Solid. 5 down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Shot! Black 20. Check 53.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7.
7-7. Let's go. Hey, Delta. 53, Mike, 53.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge. Now Mayfield lost it, and he's brought down all the way back in the end zone. My goodness, that's going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And an alley to run.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Pittsburgh, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.